Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, hello, my name is Alice and it's great to meet you. I like to do reviews of different products and things I come across, generally, kind of on the Walmart drugstore scale of expense and, just general consumerism. Um, and today I wanted to do a review of something that was actually given to me, but I did actually find out the price of the item, and it was kind of shocking considering what it was. So kind of got the jitters today. I don't know why. Okay, so today's product was given to me by a family member, and it was a really, really nice gift. Um, was kind of on mega sale, so that's why they bought it from me. But I had mentioned wanting to bring a water bottle with me on walks because it gets very hot in the summertime here, and they thought, here's a great idea, for a gift for someone who likes to take water bottles on walks with them, and that is the Starbucks water bottle carrier. For the coffee lover who has it all. You have something you can carry, a water bottle or your coffee in. And actually, I have to say, I really do like this design. It's kind of something different than what I've seen in the past. I've actually seen designs similar to this, but this one is one that is like clearly, it's clearly water bottle shaped, clearly meant for like, some kind of large canister to fit into there. I've had other, bags like this that didn't, have this particular shape, so carrying a water bottle in them wouldn't be exactly practical. I think the colors are really cute too. It has the little Starbucks logo right there. I took this out and went on a walk with it, and I have to say, I am not loving these little plastic hooks and, little plastic kind of, they're not really rings, but they attach to the bag there. And as you walk with this bag, this hook kind of falls back and forth and will kind of make this like clicking sound. I don't know if you can hear that. That clicking sound will happen if you have this strap, on your, on your arm, or make like I do. I like to throw it over myself like this, and if you walk, it'll kind of click back and forth, almost kind of annoyingly. It's not the most comfortable feel, and to me, the fact that it's plastic at all kind of screams like cheap. Like, okay, so the person I got this from, they told me what they paid for it was around like $13 to $14, maybe 14 after tax, which I still think is a little bit expensive to spend on a bag like this. But at the same time, it's within, reasonable price range. The original price, which like I saw on the box, was like $27.95. And, with sales tax, that would have been around like $30 for this bag with these plastic hooks. And I feel like companies like Starbucks, they used to kind of be more quality, they used to produce quality merchandise, and I think to some degree they still do. But $30 for something like this, I want to put this in perspective for you. This is kind of roughly the same concept. It's not shaped quite the same as the Starbucks bag. As you can see, this is a much flatter bag, and it's meant to like hold your lunch or hold food items and kind of keep them cool, whereas the Starbucks is clearly meant to, to hold a drink. But like, do you see that, like, for this bag, first of all, they just attached the straps to the bag. Like, they didn't, have a need to put a hook on it. And, I understand why. It's like, maybe you could like unhook this and just use the pouch for some reason, but at the same time, that would sort of defeat the whole purpose of it. I feel like they could have, attached the hook to the bag, even if they were gonna use plastic hooks, as you can see here. And, this bag was like was like just something someone was giving away, but I don't think they paid very much for it either, which is why they were probably just like, oh yeah, take it. It's good to keep your fridge cool. It's not the best, but you know, it works. And like, so that's kind of my point. Like, this also will keep your drink cool. I mean, it's not the best, but like, I take like a mile to 2 mile walk, you know, in the heat, and I like to keep ice water in a water bottle. In fact, this is my water bottle. As you can see, it's glass and like not insulated, but like putting it in this bag will actually insulate it fairly well for the duration of the walk, which is around like maybe an hour and a half. I can put ice in here and it'll last the majority of that walk. So it actually cools pretty well. It's just the problem with it is the shape of the hook. In fact, they couldn't just attach it to the bag, and these both being plastic, I don't understand that for the price of $30 why this hook and this hook can be metal. And I think at some point I am actually just going to cut both of these plastic hooks off and replace them with like some metal hooks. I might keep the plastic, these things, until they, you know, inevitably break. And then I will replace those as well, because I feel like that's sort of the design they're going for here is it breaks easily. Like I said, the rest of it is fairly good. I mean, I did notice that when you have a very heavy water bottle in the bag, you know, which I feel like every water bottle with water in it would be pretty heavy, the seams in the bottom kind of, they bulge a little bit. I don't know that it's necessarily going to hold up, you know, forever, but again, that's something that maybe I could potentially like sew back together or tape back together, and it would still just, you know, work just fine. And like for the price of, you know, $13 to $14, you know, I'm not that mad about it, but I am mad that Starbucks was originally trying to sell it for 30, because like that to me is outrageous for what this is. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for tuning into my rant. And like I said, I really do actually like the water bottle carrier. It's really nice, you know, for when I'm out in the heat and I want to carry cool water with me. It's just, for the original price, I don't think it was worth it. And I think you can find something, you know, of equal or better quality for much cheaper in the world. And yeah, I just, I wish Starbucks would make, you know, more decent quality things for the price that they're trying to charge. Anyway, enough said about that. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please consider doing so, and that way you'll know when I'm putting out new content. I might make an update video on the bag and show you kind of how I update it with, you know, better hooks, you know, and maybe some different stuff I'm gonna like try to put on the front of it. We'll see. Okay. I'll see you later. Bye.